I'm Anya. Thank you for watching the videos of mine that I've put up so far. It's been really nice getting such positive feedback from people. So since I'm making these videos and occasionally offering you my advice, I felt it was only fair to tell you a little bit about myself and kind of where I'm coming from when I'm making the videos, I guess. So I have a few questions that people had asked that I'll try and go through in an order that makes sense to me and tell you a little bit about me and things that people had asked about. So the first, I guess, like a little basic background for me is I'm 29. I have been for the last 3 years live streaming and creating content full time. So creating ASMR videos is something I've been wanting to do for a little while, something I've been practicing, and I finally felt confident enough to put them out onto YouTube. So thanks for watching. I'm really glad that people have been enjoying them. So one of the questions that I got was where I'm from, because you couldn't place my accent. I'm from Australia, and I think a lot of people actually say that I've got a difficult accent to place. I'm from Australia and I was born here and I've lived here my whole life. I think I'm just a bit of a shut-in maybe, so I probably don't have the typical Australian accent, but I feel like I sound pretty Australian. Yeah, that's where I'm from. So another question that I had was what's my history with mental health? Because I guess some of the videos that I've made and some of the conversations that I've touched on have been to do with needing encouragement or having those times where you're not feeling so great. So my personal history in that area is that I came from I guess pretty significant depression and a background of an eating disorder, and it's something that really affected me for quite a number of years, from my late teens through my early 20s, and I feel really lucky that it's something that I've recovered from and moved on from, but the experiences definitely still stay with you. So I feel like I've done a lot of work personally on becoming more mentally healthy and looking after myself better in that regard, and yeah, I'm really motivated, I guess, to share the experiences that I've had so that hopefully I didn't go through them for nothing, and maybe they'll help someone else in another situation or give me a bit more insight into my own actions and my own behavior and the behavior of the people that I interact with and that I love. So yeah, I kind of came from that history, a fair bit of anxiety, a lot of body image and self-esteem issues, and I've just been working really hard on loving myself more, I guess, and doing better in that regard. So that's been something that I have really grown through and from, and I think it shapes a lot of what I do now in quite a positive way. So yeah, I feel like it's important to be able to be open about those things and share about them and show the potential positive future that you can come through to, because sometimes it doesn't feel that way. Yeah, so that's kind of where I was coming from in terms of where I am now. So I guess a related question to that is, how has my view shifted since then? And it really has been huge. I think I was very focused on the negative in myself and the world and other people before, and I've really consciously tried to become a much more grateful and positive person, which for a long time I sort of thought was really bad advice, a bit of a cop-out, but it actually has made a really big difference to me, just focusing on more gratitude and appreciating who I am and what I've done, while still trying to grow and look honestly at where I'm at. So I don't think I was really able to push myself outside of my comfort zone beforehand, because I was very negative and very self-critical, so failing at something would really, really bring me down. And I've worked really hard on that, and I think that's really helped me come through a lot, because now I'm much more comfortable trying something new and doing something that feels a bit scary that I might fail at. And yeah, I guess it's really helped me just see how much I'm capable of, have a lot more faith in myself, and yeah, that and focusing more on gratitude and positivity has really shifted the way I'm able to take on challenges and how resilient I am. Another question that is kind of related to that one, I guess, is my history with psychedelic use and how I feel that that's shifted things for me, which is something I've touched on in live streams before. And it's something that I think has been really important in my personal journey, in that I really was able to break myself out of a very narrow-minded way of seeing things. I had a really transformative trip while I was still very much affected by my eating disorder and body dysmorphia, and it was very unexpected in the way that it showed me just how much my brain was capable of warping my perception. I don't know if maybe this could be definitely achieved in other ways, but for me, no matter how many times I had told myself I am seeing things that aren't true, I'm seeing things that are shifting from day to day, I just couldn't quite believe it. It was like what I was seeing had to be real. So the negative things I saw in myself that caused me to be really negative towards myself and hurtful towards myself, they had to be true because I was seeing them. And I just had this real breakthrough moment looking at myself going, wow, if chemical interactions in my brain are causing this level of shift, why has it been so hard for me to believe that chemical imbalances in other ways are also causing similar shifts? And as small a thing as that was, it really helped me turn around the way that I saw myself day in and day out, and the way that I saw my situation. So that was a really positive shift and change for me. Through that I came to yoga, to more meditation, which was something that I've moved through and in and out of in my time on this planet. And through that I also have at times microdosed with psilocybin, and a very different experience, not something that just sort of shook a core belief in the same way, but the experience that I had from that was just a real shift in my mental resilience and the positivity in which I viewed what was around me. I think it was really pivotal for me personally in increasing the joy that I saw around me and increasing the appreciation I had for really small moments. And that really helped shift me in a more grateful and positive direction. Along with that, I also just found that my mental resilience went up so much in situations. So instead of feeling that certain things were kind of just throwing me right off, and a bad thing happening in the morning could really spin out my whole day or get me into a really negative headspace, I just found I wasn't dealing with that in the same way. So yeah, I think that's something that was really beneficial for me. If it is something that's available in a safe context, I think it can be extremely beneficial. But again, that's my own experience, and it's not something that I'm sharing in terms of saying this is how to fix things for yourself. More that I just think it's an important part of my experience, and I really think embracing those maybe more transformative plant medicines has definitely really shifted things for me, and I think has been a really positive part of my journey. So something that I guess is maybe interesting to people. So I guess a good way to wrap up the video would be just to answer the question of what inspired me to start making ASMR videos. And I think I've always enjoyed watching them. Initially, I began watching paint mixing videos. I like to paint, I like to make art. I find the color mixing process very soothing, and I think that sort of got me into the realm of ASMR videos and just exploring those triggers, which I find really interesting. And honestly, I just felt that I might be good at it. I had a few people tell me my voice was very relaxing, and I enjoy the style of video, and I think that there's room for people to share their experiences and share their methods for relaxation and for calming and for self-motivation in this sphere, and I just wanted to put it out there and see how it went, to be perfectly honest. So yeah, I'm just testing the waters. I like being able to share both sort of motivational affirmations that do help me and other things that have helped me, and also to be able to sort of create journal style content and share my experience with the world, and hopefully other people listening to it will take something from it, or at the very least enjoy listening to it while they try and get some productive work done or chill out from the evening. So yeah, I had a few people tell me my voice would be good for it. I liked ASMR in the first place. I have a very strong ASMR response to a lot of different things, so I've always found it really interesting. Yeah, and here I am. I hope you'll enjoy the videos that I make in the future, and hopefully this little short video was interesting or informative, gave you a little bit more about me and why I'm here. And yeah, if you've got any other questions, feel free to comment them. If you have any suggestions for videos you'd like to see from me, I'd love to hear them, and I'm looking forward to creating the next video for you. So thanks for listening.